All right. Good morning, everyone. It's Dan here at Scott Traders. Welcome to Scott Traders. Hope you're having a good morning and you're ready for today's analysis. We check where we messed up or where we made some money, where we are going to anticipate more money. So that's the reason why we are here. Hopefully you guys are having a good time, and hopefully the you always follow the analysis that we make here, so that you can in your own time, follow it up and try to make some money on your side. All right, so having said that, please, if you are here, please don't forget to go ahead and like the stream. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, and please, if you can, share it to as many people as you can. We're trying to grow the community of traders, so you can share it with as many people as you can. Those who are interested will join. Those who are not interested, then they're not in for trading here. Otherwise, I want to thank you so much for always turning up, coming around, and being part of the analysis. And of course, the main reason is to grow the money back together. All right, so not going to waste any more time. Let's head over to our usual assets, starting with Crash 500, and we check what happened. All right, Crash 500. Crash 500. So yesterday was Monday. Was it on M15? Yes, it was on M15. So before I saw this on H1, yesterday we were on M15, which is this between here and here. That was yesterday's chart. This is all yesterday's chart. So we had anticipated here like a double top there, and somehow we missed. We wanted this retest so that we can make an entry, but then on this other level here, that was a fair value gap on that very level there. Yeah, there was a fair value gap there. So looking at that, I had not anticipated this trend line there, that it was a support trend line that was holding us back. So we anticipated this move, and we said we would make our entries to sells, and I think I did, and went into all this was profits, but I didn't actually close these ones earlier, because I realized later on that there was rejection here when I saw that there is a fair value gap. On the other account, I actually moved out on the other account. I don't know why I forgot to move out on this, but by the time I came back to it, it had already hit my stop loss. And lucky me, it was a tight stop loss there, so it wasn't that of a big harm. So today I will have to look at restoring what I lost. It was about I think $15, yeah. So but on the other account, I closed immediately. I saw this third candle here having this wick. I quickly understood there was rejection of price, and I moved away. Let me see if I can get the other account. Just a minute. So that was the other account, and clearly this account, you see that I immediately closed there after having seen this formation of candles, I quickly realized there was rejection, so I closed out in profits and called it a day, because I knew if I stayed in, price was going to reverse, and I didn't want to lose out on the profits that I had already made. Yet I'm looking at probably trailing my stop loss. Now immediately I closed because I had seen what was happening there. So I hope you guys were quick to do that, or those who had entered this asset. But yeah, sometimes you need to learn how to read the charts when there's rejection, and that was price rejection there. The wicks themselves there, you have to always remember to read how the candlesticks are formed. That can also help you to understand when to move out and when to stay in. And yeah, I hope that is clear, and you guys are going to be ready for something of sort when it happens again. So later on we started to see price move up and down, because we by then I had anticipated it was a range, but after making that loss on the other account, I didn't want to again associate with myself with this asset until today. So I'll be looking at trading it today if I happen to get an opportunity. So let me change back to this very account and I make some changes. So now that we know what we have, it was some kind of expanding, falling, rising wedge. Now we know that if we see a breakout, we'll be looking for this kind of move. We'll be looking for this kind of move, and if this is the breakout, so that means we'll be looking for something like that, meaning our TP is there. That's where we have our TP there. That's where we will have our TP. And I think, let me see. Let me see what I saw with one of my students having as the analysis. So is it right? Let's look at it. Really, I don't see it. I don't see it that way. It should be this way. It should be that way, like that. Yes. So this was the move here that we were looking for. So if it hasn't reached it yet, we might see price go back again there. Go back again there into the rising wedge there. So we wait for now and see if it will actually respect that kind of analysis. So I want to delete all this now, delete all this, and now wait for what price will give me here. If this becomes on M15, this is a perfect breakout and retest on M15. But then do we sheepishly follow M15, or we wait for H1 actually to retest? Yeah, H1. If H1 retests, then we'll be going for sales, because on H4 we are looking for sales, and on daily 2 we are looking for sales, and clearly there we have our double top on daily. On daily we somehow have our double top there. We somehow have our double top there. Yeah, I will now leave it at that. and we'll leave it at H1. We'll wait for that retracement on H1. That's when I will make my move today. I hope we are all on the same page. All right, good morning Desmond, good morning Patrick, good morning Levy. Hope you guys are having a great time, and let's now head over to Boom 1000 and Boom 1000. Let's look at it. So Boom 1000, simple things that we checked, and how I wish I had left my my sell stop, my buy stop, because clearly our move has been actually has gone the right way where we anticipated. Those who remember yesterday, we said when we saw this when it was on the daily, we said we may not see price reach on the H4. Those who remember, we may not see price reach on the H4 there, order block. We said we may anticipate buys on this daily order block, and that's where price actually reacted from, started to consolidate there several times, and then it shifted character there, and then we started to go into buys. So now what can we do here? Let's look at H1 says we need some more sales. Yes, of course we are going to see some sales, but this is H4 actually. We are going to see some sales, but after that, what are we going to see? Buys according to daily. Yes, that's what we'll be looking for according to daily. Now if we know that, then we can come to H1. H1 we are looking for buys, but we may not look at buys until price comes back again here, mitigate that fair value gap, and I'll be looking for this low and that high there, and we'll be anticipating retest on this level here. And clearly where we are currently, if I went to M15, you'll see that is a double top there. That is a double top there information. So if I know that, then I can wait for my entry on the neckline, or if I'm a risk taker, I can just I want to see how much I'll be losing before I can continue with it. So I'll just put my stop loss there and see how much will I be using. 25. I can quickly delete that, and yeah, I can do this, and market execution, I reduce on the lot size, and then close 3, and then I'll be having now my $10 at least there. Yeah, if I lose $10, it's okay. I'm going to be taking my profits here at 35. That means I'm looking at a 1 to 3.5, 1 to 3 as my risk to reward ratio, and immediately here I'll put my buy limit. Yes, I'll put my buy limit there. Reason being, I'm still looking for buys on H1. H4 is coming to oversold, then later on getting 2 buys. Daily I'm looking at buys, so hopefully all is well there. You guys have seen where I've done that. So now I'm going to be anticipating sales to actually even break through that support, I mean that neckline. Now, like I said, I don't normally recommend you guys entering where I've entered here, unless if you have an account that can hold, that you can choose to lose around $15. I may have 10 here, but if it comes with a big spike, it may take like 15. You understand? So if you're ready to lose around $15, it's okay, but then you also need to have your risk management strategy. The reason normally I enter 3 times, you all guys know that, but here I've entered one time because that is my risk strategy. I don't want to risk on a trade that hasn't 100% given me what I'm looking for. So I'm going to enter more entries when price breaks there. That's when I'll make other entries to take me down below here. Reason why I've entered here is, one, I have a double top there, confirmed double top. My price on M15 is below 10 MA, and that's it. On CCI, which is a third conference, it was coming from oversold, I mean overbought. So those are my 3 conferences that triggered my entry. The other conference is this here. That is what? A resistance level there. It's not a strong one, but it is holding up for some reason. So that's why those are my 4 conferences that made me make an entry here. I didn't want to wait. Alright, hopefully you guys are with me there and we are on the same page. Good morning, Robina. Alright, now that leads me to go to Boom 500. Boom 500. Let's check Boom 500. You guys, if you have any suggestions, don't always keep quiet and just I'm all ears. You just let me know what you guys think, or if you want something different on our live streams. Your suggestions are always open, and I'll be able to look into it. If it is doable, we can do it. Alright, so that is Boom 500 there. Alright, now this is H4. I want to do a quick overview on the weekly, then I can get back to H4. Weekly, we are selling to bring us back to the breaker block. Now, because we've been making higher highs and higher lows on the weekly, so coming to daily, we somehow shifted and saw the change of character there, and we started to sell. Yeah, we started to sell after having reached that level there, which is if you're going to look at on the left, it is some long time high that we reached. It's long time high. When was this? Let's check. That was 2020 in December. 2020 in December, yes, that's when we last reached that high. So for right here, we reached that high, and we started to get into sales, and immediately we saw change of character here when it gave us a new low here, giving us a new lower low there, and now we started the lower highs, lower lows, and now somehow we are coming down here to get a new lower low just on this order block of the daily. I want to delete this because I think it is buy momentum, and I want to understand it in simplest way here so that I don't mess up. I have a low here, we were selling, yeah, I broke structure there, broke structure here, although it was not that significant. Then here I failed, and here I failed to make a new low. Rather, I saw something different. I saw that as my change of character, and I came, retested there, and went into buys on H4, reached that fair value gap, grabbed liquidity there, and then started to sell. So clearly I'm selling, even though I'm seeing momentum of buys that MA and CCI, they're trying to show me. I'm looking at sales. I'm somehow looking at sales. If I don't see sales, that means it will be consolidating. That is what this means. I'm hoping that I'm not wrong, because let me check here. This is H1. H1, we reached that level and we started to sell. Change of character here, and then got back there, started to sell, broke that level there, which is not that important. All that is important right now is the lower low, lower high there, and failed to make a new low here, went there, grabbed liquidity, came here, made a new low, went back again, retested it the second time. Wow. So this level here is now some sort of strong support. That level there is some strong support. Now if we know that, that means we can now shift our time frame, head over to M15. Now when we head over to M15, we start to see interesting stuff. And immediately I'll be seeing something like that. If this happens to be the case and not vice versa, then this will be a pennant. And if it is a pennant, then we know that it's going to continue to buy for some more time, and that will bring us to there. That's where we'll be anticipating our profits on that order block there on H1. Yeah, and if we do that, that means H4 will be somehow getting into overbought. Then the sales start again on H4. So I think that's now clear to me. Now all we do here is now we wait for the consolidation. Like I've always told you, don't be surprised whenever you see a manipulation down below and then later on coming into buys. That's how market tricks everyone. I hope you are all now aware of that, because we've been following this. I've been talking about this almost every other day. All right, so looking at M15, we are sort of selling, but if you look at the main chart, we are consolidating. CCI is showing us that we are supposed to be selling, but there's a consolidation ongoing. Price is ranging, and then we cannot make our decision right now. We have to wait until we see a breakout there. That is a boom 500. All right, so this may not give us some money today. We may not see money. All right, This is V2, and I don't know if anyone actually followed the let me first change the name here to V25 Vol25. I don't know, whenever I leave chats I am very busy to come back to them, so I think I need an assistant who can keep checking the charts almost every hour, because I'm missing some things. All right, so this is a V25. So now if that happens, I mean, now that we see this happened and immediately it gave us our TP, hit our TP level there and started to reverse. That's a good indication there. We have an order block there, should be H4 order block. It's not even an order block, it's just tested, actually that is a tested resistance level there, and it has been tested again, meaning it is now a strong resistance. And now, having understood that, we can head over to H1C. Okay, H1, of course it is showing us some movement there to sales, and CCI is also confirming that. So those are two conferences. The resistance level is the third conference for the sales. Now all we do is go here and look at the change of character there. That's where the trick is there, and yeah, the retest there. Now we are trying to continue into sales. Right here I normally make my entries because I do have several conferences that are confirming the sell. Several conferences that are confirming the sell. H4 we are selling, we just finished the retracement there, and clearly you can see that our range is as simple as that. That's the range that we are trading in, and knowing that, that can actually make me to make an entry of sales where we are currently.
Now connected to CIA intelligence.
Before I change, I want to first check on daily. Now daily, that was a breakout. We've been trading in that kind of range for several days. We've been trading in this range here and there for several days, like a week or so. So that level up there clearly shows you there's
now connected to CIA intelligence.
Wait a minute. Something we may find interesting. If this is a channel that is being formed, then you want to be cautious whenever you're selling. That's why I had to pause. You have to be cautious because this will be the move when we see the breakout. When we see the breakout, that will be the move. It will be taking us to that fair value gap up there. Yeah, that's the move. That's the move there. It will be taking us to that fair value gap up there. Yeah. So if we know that on the daily, that's what we are looking for. And we are seeing consolidation in this kind of, it's a kind of a channel there. If you go to H4, it will be a channel. That will be a channel. If I deleted this and brought this here, that is a channel there that is opening a horizontal channel. That's what we are seeing there, becoming our range there on H4. So where we are currently, you don't want to mess with it, because there is some price rejection according to the wicks that we are seeing here. Yes, price is below MA, we know that, but even though we see even another confirmation here on CCI, the structure on daily can mean something, can change everything. So I wouldn't rush into sales here. In fact, I would wait for sales right here, right there. Why? Because daily we are looking for this kind of move, and we've been consolidating for a week, even more. And where we are, we've started to see rejection there, price rejection, those wicks there. Even when price is below 10 MA, we are seeing those wicks like that. It's an indication that sales may not last. And you don't want to be caught off guard when you just sheepishly enter here and then it goes the other way around. All we know is if price continues, it's going to come to somehow grab that liquidity. And then why are we looking for that? Is because we actually changed character. We changed from sales here. We were selling here, and then we changed there. We started to buy, got a low there, so we are coming now to get like another low, but this will not be actually another low because we had a breakout. This will be a change of character, and then this will be just a liquidity grab, not anything concerning the breakout. So this will be just like a liquidity grab if it comes here, only to give more momentum to the buys that the daily is looking for to take us right there. So hopefully this analysis is of good to you. You can use it the way you want, but please make sure you don't rush to make sales here where we are. Yes, several conferences are confirming that, but going to the higher time frame, you think twice of your decision. All right, I think that is clear there. Now I want to go to I want to head over to Volatility 75, and I think time is going, it's rushing, so I rather now add in some speed and we work out this thing. Right, 75. Now Volatility 75, yes, yesterday we were here, I made my entries, and of course they were taken out after some good 4 hours of retracement, just not moving at all, going into profits, coming back, going into profits, coming back. Lucky enough, my stop loss were just below that order block, and I was taken out, and you can see here we now have a break of structure. There on H4. So if we do have that, that means we may, but we have it on the other hand on CCI. It is showing that we are oversold. We should be looking for buys. So if we know that, and we can see it's not a significant breakout, it's not that much of a breakout compared to the previous one, so we can start to think that buyers are losing the momentum. Now if we know that, then we head over to H1 and we look at the structure. Now if we see the structure on H1, it's still not yet, it hasn't given us something profound that we can use. On CCI, even price hasn't touched the oversold level, so that leads us to go to M15, and M15, the candlestick structure exactly shows us that there is low momentum and even low liquidity in the market of V75, which now gives me one thing, tells me one thing, to just leave the asset alone and let it play out as it gets more momentum and liquidity, so that I can be able to make my decision. Alright, now that I've said that, I want to go to another asset. This, I'm seeing a breakout. Yes, the retest, of course, we've seen here. This is where the breakout is. Of course, we could anticipate a retest to the breakout there, to the breaker broke there. Let's check on daily. Daily is still saying sells, so meaning, yeah, we'll see a retest there and then continue selling. Although on H4 we don't see that room to continue selling. That's the issue there. We are not seeing the room to continue selling. So that's why I will wait for something to play out. If it reacts here and comes back, then I'll make my entries for sales according to daily, not according to H4, because daily is the one that still shows momentum for sales. All right, I think that's it. Now I'll be heading to V50. So right here on V50, those who remember yesterday, we saw that when price reacted there, we were supposed to make our entries, and but immediately we saw that happen, and that was weird. After breakout, the retest was also perfect, so if anyone made an entry here, it was taken out on the stop losses. I don't know how that works. There is a lot of manipulation ongoing. So up to now, it's still following. Oh, wait a minute. What have we said on daily? Daily it was still a buy, so that we needed that retest on H4. Yes, that's what we needed. And clearly on H4, it's as if sales have started, and we confirm them on daily. I mean on H1, no. Can we confirm them on M15? Yes. Why? Because of the double top there. Now, because of that, and seeing that this is the last low there that has been broken, so we want to wait for the retest back here. You want to wait for the retest back here, and then we make an entry to sell it, and we are selling it right back to that level there. That's where we are interested in. I don't know if it will get there, depending on how now the market is moving. According to daily, we are looking for buys, sales. Yeah, so that is okay actually. Weekly we are selling, daily we are selling, H4 we are selling, H1 we are still selling because we haven't reached the 10% on CCI, and M15 we are selling. Alright, so I will wait for the retest there, having seen the double top, and knowing that most time frames are all showing me the sales So we wait for the retracement there and then make my entry. And this one, it has to give us money today. So those who love trading V50, get ready. Once we see a retracement, no thinking twice, it's going to be an entry opportunity. Jump 25 now. Jump 25. Right about here. All right, so it has decided to continue buying. I wonder why. Our analysis was saying we were selling from there. We reached that level and then the sale started yesterday. Actually today around midnight, or that's when it started. Then before we know it, it started again to going to buys. H4 we are supposed to be buying. It did leave a liquidity at all. Let's check on H1 what happened here. What was this return back to? We have a breaker broke, breaker structure, retest back to that level, and then we have a new break of structure there. So now that clearly tells us why we are actually seeing price continue. We've been seeing those break of structures happen, break of structure, retest, break of structure, retest. So clearly it had to continue into buys, but then when are we going to see that stop? We're still buying because we are anticipating the return to mitigate liquidity. To actually come to the breaker broke here, but in a minute it actually did. It broke structure here, returned to it, then went there somehow. If I was using this, you can see that was some weird break of structure there, and then it has been reacting from that level ever since. And now clearly on the daily it was a clear break of structure, then we returned to the breaker broke. It had failed to give us a new high there, and it's been consolidating within that range. So that clearly tells us that this is some strong resistance level up there. If you want to say it, I can delete this now. And now that I know that, and on that level, then I can head over to H4 and clearly see the buys are on. And I can go to H1. H1 tells us the other way, something different on CCI, and even M15 tells us something different, which now makes this whole thing weird. But all we know is price is coming back to that upper trend line or that resistance level. So if we know that the price is coming there, what do? We wait for a retracement on M15 actually. Let me see. Yeah, we can wait it on H1 or M15, and once we have it, the reaction or the retest on that very level there, then we can make another buy entry. That means our TP level is right about here. This is where we'll be looking to grab our TP. Our TP, that is according to daily. So if that's the case, so we wait for the retracement. So we can get into a good nice entry take us to the top on the daily there. That's what we'll be looking for. We'll be looking for something like that. All right, I think that's it on a jump 25. And lastly, we'll be looking at jump 10, jump 10, jump 10, jump 10, jump 10, jump 10. Okay, just change the name here. Jump 10. So jump 10, still weird. Its consolidation is in a weird form since yesterday, I believe, or Saturday. I want to look at how I can scalp it now, because let me see how can we scalp it. We're going to use M15. How do we scalp this? We had a failure there to give us a new high, and this was a change of character there, went up there, and then started to give us lower highs and lower lows. So if we know that's happening, we clearly see here we reached this order block on M15. Now if that's the case, that means we have seen a change of character here, and that means price is going to be coming back to that level, and then we go into buys, So now it's time to look for buys on jump 10. Where will we be having up TP levels? Once we enter from around that level, that will be a TP level, that will be another TP level. This is how we are going to make an entry here, as it is failing to decide which long-term move it's going to take. So for us, we are going to scalp it. And we'll be waiting for this kind of move. I normally love to do this and wait for price to come below here, but sometimes I don't know if it will come here, because this is a fair value gap that I would anticipate my entry there. I'll actually go with 0.15, and I'll put my buy limit on that level there, another one there. But I'll be looking for my buys there. So because of the discount level or the discount zone, it's a reason why I'll be looking for my entries on that very level. All right, I think we are good there. Let me check if I have questions. All right, I don't have any questions. Now we head over to we go and do the recap of what we've been looking for. What we've been checking on. Starting with Crash 500. Here we are waiting for the pullback on H1. It's not happening. If it doesn't happen on H1, it happened on M15 there, but I wanted even on H1, but it seems it's not happening. Let me first delete all this. It seems it's not happening, so I will wait and see if it will happen. If it happens, then I'll have a good clean perfect entry that can give me about 5x, yeah. It can give me about 5x, or whichever you want to call it, a 1 to 5, because if I make my entry around that level there, that means my stop loss will be just very small there. This will be able to give me a 1 to 5, yeah, 1 to 5, even more. According to H1, it may even be more. So that is what I'll be looking for. A boom 1,000. My sales are on and I'm in money. Those who can see, those who remember how I made my entry there, yeah, the sales are on. Why? I told you the reasons why we made our entries there. So boom 1,000, I'm selling, and once it breaks this level, I'll be trading my stop loss and also making more entries here once it breaks the neckline there. Now I head over to boom 500. We are still consolidating within that pennant. Now when it goes to such a way there, I normally love to, it may give me a manipulation. That's why I'm going to enter once, because it has reached the downer trend line. I'm going to enter once, a buy, then I'll put my tight stop loss just there, so that if it comes, it takes me out and I can enter again once it finishes to manipulate. If it fails to give us a manipulation, then I'll be in profits right there. That's where I'll be taking my profits, because this is some kind of pennant that we are looking at. Yeah, so that's why I've made my entries for the buys. Now I'll be waiting for that. Even though CCI shows us that we actually should be entering sell zone M15. And like I said, the structure of these candlesticks tell us that we have to be cautious not to quickly enter any sells, because it clearly shows us that there is low momentum. Buyers are fighting to take the lead in the market, and that's why we are seeing this weak kind of formation on the candlesticks. So that's a no-go for me until I see a breakout here, or I wait for a new higher high and I make my entries for the buys right there, because according to daily we are looking for that. That's what we'll be looking for, not this. Actually, we'll be looking for this, because this is in some kind of a channel, or horizontal channel, which clearly tells us we'll be continuing with the previous trend according to daily time frame. Now on V75, we saw the clear breakout again, and we are seeing even a break of structure currently. H4, we are looking at a retest, and then come back, get a new lower low once again. So if that happens the way it is supposed to happen, then we'll be continuing to sell. But if the retest comes back and doesn't create a new lower low, then we'll be anticipating a change of character, and then later on we head over into the uptrend, and then we start to buy. V50, we are waiting for the retest here, and then we make our sells, which will be actually a clean entry for us there. As usual, those who love scalping, you want to first take your profit right about there. Yeah, those who love swinging, you can wait until we reach that very breaker block. Yeah, that very breaker block. We can wait for that because there is liquidity there, there is a fair value gap, and at the same time it's a breaker block. So yeah, but there's a possibility of it not reaching there. There's a possibility of it only coming around that level there. Why? Because this is a last low, like a very last low on this very high point that gave us this this higher high there. So that may be our point that we can take our profits. In fact, let me change it so that I don't stay in the market that will later on start to consolidate. So that's what I'll be waiting for. So those are two kinds of moves. The scalpers, you want to take a profits here. Those who love swinging, you can wait even for some good days before it reaches our TP level. Alright, jump 25. We are looking for buys because we know we are somehow seeing a consolidation, and it's somehow creating a what? It's somehow creating a channel, a horizontal channel going to H4. If you go to H4, this is what I'm talking about. Come here, it goes like that, goes back there, bounces again. So we have a strong support and a strong resistance level, meaning it's ranging, price is ranging within those two levels there. So price is ranging within these two levels, hence becoming a horizontal channel there. So if we know that, that means on the daily we will be anticipating this kind of move. This move first as our TP level there, but also then we have our second TP level, which will be this exact move there. I will be taking us right there. We will even be breaking the support, the resistance on weekly time frame. So that's what I'll be waiting for. So if heading to H4, we saw we had a breakout or say a break of structure on H4 there to give us a new high. So we'll be waiting for a retest or a return to the breakout structure. Then we can make our buy entries to continue, because we are still buying. We are creating higher highs and higher lows. That will be an uptrend that we are right now in. Okay, lastly is jump 10. Of course, I've said we may see some entries here or here, but likely I normally want to enter my buys in the discount. So, and this is the discount level there, so that's why I'll be having that. But whenever we see a change of character, most of the times it reacts to the first order block there. Yeah, most of the times it reacts to the first fair value gap there. So this may be the likely entry here. So we wait for that to happen, and then we'll make our decision whether to enter it or wait if it is still having momentum to sell. I think that's it for today. Remember, we have entered yes, I've entered this, which is boom 500 and also boom 1000. So those are the two assets that I've made my entries in. I'll be waiting to, I'll be sharing them, and on the chart, this is another one that we are likely to make an entry in, that is V50. And don't forget that crash 500 may be another one that we may actually make an entry in today. So if we see that retest, we will be going for that trade there. It will be a beautiful one. to actually enter it. So boom, crash 500 and V and which one, V50 are most likely to give us money also. So we just wait for the retracement and then we make our entries. Jump 25, we will also be waiting for the retest, but this will be looking at H1, which may even continue buying until further notice. Then lastly, jump 10, yeah, it may also give us some money. Hopefully, if it reacts on this level, it fails. If it fails, then we may see it either tomorrow or later in the evening to make our entries for this kind of buy that we will be looking for. I want to wish you guys a good day. Hopefully you had a great time. Please, if you see an entry, always share with us so that we can make the entry together. And please don't forget to always like and share. You can share to your friends and family, those who love to trade, and even those who don't, because they may be those who are interested but they don't have a way to get access. So I'll be appreciating that. I want to wish you guys a happy trading day today, and don't forget that we are always here every Monday to Friday for synthetics indices, and right about just in a few just in like 1 hour and a half or less, we will be coming back for the BTC analysis. We will be coming back for the BTC analysis, and we analyze. Those who have been attending the BTC analysis, I'm very happy that you the trades that we anticipated, they are going as the way we did actually anticipate, and hopefully you guys are making money on BTC, because like I told you, we started the bull run, and that's what is happening. And for those still interested in the December mentorship class, registration is still going on. Just be ready to join, and wait for the December mentorship class to start. Let me wish you guys a good day and happy trading. See you tomorrow same time, 10:30. For those of BTC, I'm seeing you just shortly, like in less than 2 hours. Then we'll be getting to BTC and look at it. Happy day, happy trading day. See you guys.